Hodge, who scored a brilliant 126.
There's a loud appeal. That index finger goes up. So the Windward Islands have strike. Martin has strike for the Windward Islands. First wicket, striking him in front of the stumps. The umpire finger goes up. So, short, and that one is cut. Down to the fence. 4 runs to him. Outside the off stump.
Replaced by Lee John, youngster coming through the ranks. This one is pulled nicely. Should they be able to get close to the boundary? In fact, it does. So a short delivery once again from Tyson. And there goes Cooper just rocking back onto his back foot and pulling it over mid-wicket for another boundary. So he moves up to 36. And the 50 comes up for the Trinidad Tobago Red Force.
Also scored 100 and debut in the 50 over format for West Indies. Driven, and this time it finds the gap. Bit of elegance there and precision again being shown off the bat of Amir Jangoo to pick up another boundary.
Classy from Jangoo, a delivery on a foolish length. He came forward and just stroked it nicely. A bit more power on this one, a bit more timing, and in the end just rushed across the outfield here at the Annesville playing field for another boundary. Total goes on to 59 for the loss of 1. Jangoo really coming into his own.
So full delivery, driven sweetly across the carpet. That might be the best shot of the day so far of the bat of Cooper for another boundary. Marvelously done by Cooper.
This one is short, going back and punching it out to a backward point region. Darius Martin comes around but can't prevent the single. And it's a 50 for Cooper. So 50 from 80 deliveries. And the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force 84 for 1. A good start from the young man.
Yeah, patient knock. Played some good shots, some attacking shots. Had some power in his punch as well. Played some really good shots. One over backward point for 6. 2 covers. So patient innings. A well thought about innings as well by him. He's gone on to 50. Well played by the youngster. You had. So, but welcome back into the commentator's booth. Force delivery being driven. 2 covers. 4 runs. What a start to this innings.
Yeah,
what a start.
6 of 2 deliveries.
This time he's driving it back past him, over his head. 1, 2, 3 bounces down to the boundary for 4. 4 more runs to him. He moves up to 43. So, rather expensive over here. Reintroduction of Martin, and the runs are flowing.
Yeah, that was met with a plum and style from Jangoo. Over pitching on that occasion. Delivery before was too short. Overcorrection coming from Martin. It's as if he was prepared for that. He predicted that length from Martin, and he was well in position and well in control of that drive down the ground.
What would the reply be? He's around the wicket. He's gone for 2 boundaries so far. This one is played with some finesse down to third man. Get over the fence. Yes, it does. Getting down the leg side, he's sweeping his Jangoo. When he get to the fence, he's sprinting around. He doesn't make contact. It goes over the ropes into the fence. The signal comes from the umpire. 4 runs. 4 runs to Jangoo. That brings up his 50. A well played 50 by Jangoo. And really a bad delivery there by Cyrus being dealt with by Jangoo. And it brings up his half century from 77 balls.
Yeah, Jangoo actually moved from 30 to 50 within the space of about 10 deliveries or so.
Reintroduction of these bowlers. This one is flighted and driven to covers. Nobody move. It will rush across the ropes now. Umpire Butler signals 4. So 4 runs to Cooper.
This one is pitched up and he's nailed that straight drive. And right away we see some explosion from Cephas Cooper as soon as it's pitched up in his half, and that's the first boundary on the second day's play here.
Well, it's a shot he has attempted on a couple of occasions. If you can recall yesterday, a couple of times while on commentary, especially with Martin.
Driven on a beautifully executed shot off the bat of Amir Jangoo.
It's an action replay of what we saw yesterday as well.
This one is short, wide, and cut with excellence through that third man area. And back-to-back boundaries now for Amir Jangoo. He's on a roll.
Well, it's a tale of the two lengths, really. You mentioned being a bit too full. On this occasion, a bit too short and too wide. Well, a couple of overs ago, we mentioned the word control. And on that occasion, again, showing full control of that delivery. He had his plan where exactly he wanted to hit it. And got it in that area between that man at mid-wicket and long on. A quite safe shot as well, with the ball coming back into him. So very good use of the feet from Jangoo. We saw that from Jangoo late yesterday afternoon versus Darius Martin. A short delivery again. Got himself in an uncomfortable position, Jangoo. So just as I was saying that Tyson has managed to get a bit of consistency, he gets a short delivery and not the best of attempts there from Jangoo as we see the replay again. It wasn't a totally short delivery, but got himself in a bit of a tangle and really strangled himself down the leg side. So very good breakthrough this morning for Tyson and the Windward Islands Volcanoes.
One is edging through the slips, is going close to the fence. It wins the race, the ball does. So fortune there for Mohammed, a flatter, faster delivery, hitting the outer portion of the bat. Went to punch it, and it splits the keeper and the full slip and went into the fence for 4. As cricket continues here, change of bowling. John is taking up the attack here. It's the first delivery outside the off stump, and he just caress it through covers for 4. This one is driving sweetly through covers. No one would get that one. It will go straight over the boundary, hit the ropes now. 4 runs to him, 4 runs to Mohammed, 4 runs to Trinidad and Tobago. Full delivery, he's on his front foot and drove it sweetly across the carpet here at Hardinsville into the fence for 4.
He gets it there. He gets it there, and the celebration as well from Cephas Cooper. Belligerent to start, watchful in the middle. A wonderfully crafted century by Cephas Cooper, his maiden at this level. So congratulations to Cephas Cooper, who is still overjoyed by getting that single to get to 100.
This one is short and he's cutting it. Diving there was Yannic Cariah, but can't make any sort of contact. Piercing the offside field once again. Cooper with that favoured cut shot. 4 more to the total. 251 for the loss of 2.
A fantastic shot there by Cooper. Outside the off stump, in his area. Hit it very nicely. Backward to the right of Yannic Cariah, who is an excellent feeler.
Yannic Cariah on that occasion going with one hand to his right. Just evading him. As this one is bowled. My goodness, a beautiful delivery there from Descartes. A good response to that previous shot. And Cooper goes. A well-played 117. A very good breakthrough here for the Windward Islands Volcanoes.
Well, after that lovely shot from Cooper, Descartes came back through bottom pad, hitting that off stump. The bail went flying. They haven't played any rash shots. They have occupied the crease, wait on the bad deliveries. Really, this is a loud appeal. Finger goes up. De Silva doesn't like that. He's showing the bat. But the umpire deck finger goes up. Flighted delivery. Struck him straight on his boot. On his boot, really. And that was an easy decision for the umpire.
Well, that's a full banger. And it's been helped to the onside. Didn't even try to hit it too hard. Just timed it and placed it in that gap. And it's also a 50 for that man, Jason Mohammed, the reliable Jason Mohammed. Drives this one. Just be a single. Well, it's an overthrow, actually. None of the fielders seem aware of that. And it goes into the boundary for 4. So overthrows here. And it ends up being 5. So some sloppy fielding from the Windward Islands.
Yes, sloppy bit of cricket there from the Windward Islands. Not what is required at this time. They want to be gifting runs to the opposition, considering they are already 106 runs ahead. As you mentioned, no one seemed to pick up that delivery that was returned from the deep. Trying to continue to get wickets at regular intervals. The last wicket falling at 258. This one is hit to the right of the diving fielder there at cover. Should get into the boundary now for 4. So the use of the feet there from Jason Mohammed. We have seen him threatening to do that on a couple of occasions. But on this occasion, getting just enough bat on it. Beating a diving Yannic Cariah there in the covers for another boundary. He moves up to 63. It's now 282 for the loss of 4.
Well, Cariah, at cover.
This one is a big hit. Over the top, all the way for 6. So once again, using his feet, getting to the pitch of that one. It was in fact a full toss. And just hitting that one over long on for his first 6. Score moves on to 288 for the loss of 4.
We are deciding to take on the young man, the young debutant, Jason Mohammed, using his feet, unsettling the bowler's line, and end up gifting him a full toss that he latched onto quite well.
This one is short and he's pulling it through mid-wicket for another boundary. So we just mentioned that positive intent, and it's definitely an uptick in terms of his scoring rate. Jason Mohammed just seizing that opportunity.
And it's on display here at Arnis Vale. 325 for 4. This one is driven to covers. Nobody move. Cariah is in control. 4 runs into the boundary.
More so for his batting in this unit. I'm sure he'll be thinking about his second innings knock.
Oh, he edges it, but it goes over the slip cordon. Got himself in a precarious position there. And a healthy edge that goes over the slip cordon, and he picks up a boundary onto 94.
I think there was an element of intention about this shot. As you mentioned, he got himself into a funny position, but quite naturally he ended up just guiding this one over the slip cordon and into the boundary for 4. A moral victory there to some extent for Tyson, but a boundary nonetheless for Jason Mohammed. He moves on to 94. It's up to 354 for the loss of 4.
Swan driven a bit of an edge. I think he was in control of that, in fact, and he gets another boundary. So a bit too wide there from Descartes.
It's offering a bit of whiff outside the off stump. And there was Jason Mohammed, played perhaps one of his favorite shots. A shot that we have seen the top part of the Trinidad and Tobago team utilize so often today.
Walks this one onto the onside. He's going to look for 2. He take 1. He's going to hustle back. The throw comes in and he can raise his bat. This has been a flawless knock from Jason Mohammed. He's been methodical and calculating. He has really shown relentless perseverance in reading the game, and a deserving 100 from Jason Mohammed. Wonderful.
Well played to Jason Mohammed. You mentioned that we have seen his experience coming to the forefront, really. Coming into a rather comfortable position, it must be said, after that partnership between Jangoo and Cooper. But he capitalized, and from ball 1, you could have basically, if you're a betting man, you could have bet on him scoring 100 here today. Good batting conditions, and he really took advantage of that. Trinidad and Tobago continue to exert their dominance here at the Arnis Vale playing field. Well played to Jason Mohammed. Well, good night and welcome back. A bit belatedly. Apologies for that. But they've lost another wicket here, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, just after that drinks break. How often have we seen that? And the big wicket there of Jason Mohammed, having completed his century, he goes now for 103. And the total is now 365 for the loss of 5.
After round 2, well, we are in the middle of round 2. And you have gotten so many runs so far. That's excellent to see as he whips that one off his pads. It goes across the ropes now for 4. And that brings up Cariah's 50. A well-played 50 by him. And really excellent work, good supporting role. And he has now gone past 50 from 93 balls. Well played to Cariah after getting 4 wickets in the first innings as well. Having a wonderful game.
A very good innings from Cariah. We mentioned that having bowled that very good spell earlier, that could have brought some confidence into his batting effort, and we're seeing that being manifested here.
Descart. Full delivery. Joshua James giving it the full treatment. Pitched up delivery, and he threw the kitchen sink at that. Smashing it over mid-on into the fence for 6 runs. That is how we know Joshua James plays.
I think it's an attempted slow delivery as well from Descart. James picking that one, and he has long levers as we mentioned before, and getting enough power on that one to evade that fielder at mid-on and over the fence for his first 6.
So 2 more runs to him. Again, there's a loud appeal. The finger goes up. Joshua James goes playing back to a low delivery. Ball there by Cyrus. Cyrus has toiled all day, and he has picked up that wicket of Joshua James. Joshua James goes for 12 from 17 deliveries. Windward Islands have taken their 6th wicket here. It's 388 for 6, and a well-deserved wicket here for Cyrus. He has toiled all day. A total of 388, giving the Windward Islands 222. A drift. This one is hit high and hard. Over the top. One bounce into the fence. Seems as he's going to change gear here. Cariah. A delivery that was in the slot really, and he made best use of it, smashing it over mid-off into the fence for 4.
We spoke about the positivity that we have seen, the change in mindset from Cariah in the last couple of overs, and that is evident in that shot. Delivery on the line of the off stump. Just hitting it on the up really shows that this is still a very good batting wicket, hitting that one on the up.
This one is pulling through square leg. Does it get the leg to go there? Yes, it's gone. It's gone. Into the fence for 4. Back-to-back boundaries. Short delivery by Descart. Discarded through square leg into the fence for 4. Have some spin. Give it some time to spin. Similarly to that, I've just spoken about that. And he did exactly what I just said. He gave it some air. It hit the pitch, hit the footmarks, and he has caught Cariah leaving alone, and it crashed into the stump, and he's bowled. Trinidad and Tobago have lost wicket number 7. Left alone and crashed into this off stump. John continues here, flat and fast, and pulled through mid-wicket into the fence for 4. So Cariah saying, I'm going to take some chances here.
It's a loud appeal, and the finger goes up. So Tyson gets his man. He's been adjudged LBW, Yannic Cariah, and he has to go back for 95.
Well, I'll tell you what, he has favoured that shot, just working it onto the onside. This delivery a bit fuller on this occasion and striking him just in front. So it's an end of another good innings there from a Trinidad and Tobago Red Force batsman. Yannic Cariah goes for 95. He'll be very disappointed, but it's jubilation for the Windward Islands this afternoon, in the form of Tyson getting his 2nd wicket, and the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, they are now 452 for the loss of 8. The lead is 286.
Well, a mammoth lead here, 285. Trinidad and Tobago continues to push on here at Annisville in this day-night encounter. As you see another sweep being implemented and goes over the ropes for 4 here. Here on in 456 for 8. Trinidad and Tobago. There's no another loud appeal. That finger goes up. Slowly but surely, Windwards have picked up 2 wickets in 2 overs thus far. So 456 for 9 now.
Sorry. As this one is bold, yes. Good delivery there from Cyrus. A flighted delivery. A bit of turn as well. There was Jaden Seals coming forward, but that one went between bat and pad. So a very good end to the innings for the Windward Islands. A very good end to this, very good start to this session, it must be said, for both of their bowlers. Cyrus ending up with figures of 4 for 105